Morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Daffy, good morning, Mel, Alexis, Deuce, VC, Zaya, SF, good morning, good morning. Actually gonna move y'all to this screen. I need to mark today's open, and I need to mark the overnight gap. What's going on here? Come on. Maybe I'll just leave it like this, actually. Wow, look at this pump. Massive move. I was just closing my last Google contract. Alright, let me see what's going on in chat real quick. Alright, we should be good. Alright. Good morning, Mojo. I think I left off with Aloha on SF. Aloha. Good morning, Mojo. Good morning, SK. Good morning, Creator Trades. Good morning, Jacko, Cam, King Carnage, Misi. Good morning, each and every one of you. Definitely be sure to drop a like on today's stream. Right now, we are watching SPY with a lower open. We're completely under previous day low. All I did was mark today's open. And I grabbed the fib from previous day close down to today's open. That's all I've added extra today from yesterday's levels. If you have the updated version of yesterday's levels. Or today's levels, I guess I should be saying. Good morning, Caleb. Good morning, Paper Hands. Good morning, Garden Trader. Good morning, each and every one of you. Right now, we're watching a bearish open on SPY. We have a little bit of a short-term rejection happening here at the open, but nothing super crazy yet. You had a low tried to hold, failed multiple times, and now we have indecision down here. Possible transfer of power. You might even get a pump here right at the open over whatever this is. 471.80s. 471.85. Which, again, this could be a good move towards 473s. So, good short-term longs can step into here, but you need to set really, really tight stops, like probably here at 471.60. If you are going long here. Here's your 1 minute to show you everything to the cent. Might as well mark our new low of day, huh? Is the next level under? Okay. I want to get a screenshot of that. You have a 1 minute candle close over. This is a new 5 minute candle, so careful. Good morning, Chuck. UNH on that Rippy mode. Oh, Rippy vibe. Yeah, look at Boeing today, too. Anybody who might have jumped into Boeing shorts again definitely got screwed. So they have a higher open, and they're ranging inside of the previous day. At a pretty big support, too. PayPal making it just a little bit lower. The dollar's up a little bit more today. The 10-year is also up some more today. With room above their heads now, too, so... Is this the start of more blood on the equity market? We shall see. Let's see, though. We have a lower open here. Look, they're opening in the same spot almost on Tesla, too, as yesterday. That would be hilarious if they did the exact same thing. We just got to pump up. We can say 219s. We're not going to say up here, but it can be happening if they break over. Or do they actually give us a breakdown today on Tesla? This is a very interesting spot for Tesla to be opening. This is one of just a couple charts that I shared the other day. just because I like Tesla so much. It moved very well. Identical opening, though. Yep, good morning, everybody. Good to see you. Healthcare staples, banks are all picking it up a bit. Yeah, it makes sense. Those are normally the sectors that move whenever most tech sectors, discretionary, and everything comes down. But we'll see what holds up this morning, because some of the weights are just kind of everywhere. Come on, zoom in. Feel free to ask questions or request any charts to look at if you guys have any questions or just requests in general. If you're going to say something, though, please say the time frame. It does help me out a lot, and I'm sure it helps other people out as well, too, so they have context on what you're possibly looking at. See, look at that. So, like, you had your breakout at 9:06, right? So the beginning of a new 5-minute candle, meaning at 9:10, this candle will close on the 5-minute, right? Go to 9:10. Then you see it pushing back under. Now, if this was to close over, that would be pretty damn bullish. But if it closes under here, it could just be cautious, meaning it's probably trying to trick a bunch of people to get in early. But we'll see. Could be the perfect candle to get in, though. Alright, give us an inside candle and then give us a positive print. Or just give us the positive print. That works too. Alright, now we'll see. Are they about to give us that jump out of there after that little fake out? If not, I could see shorts picking it up if they break back under this level here. And I say that because this is where they made lower highs from, rejected, and this is where they retook and are trying to hold a potential higher low. So if they lose 470, 160s, we're flipping short. If it holds this area, we're going long. Sound good, everybody? SPY holding the pre-market low currently. Great call out. 475 call. Here we go. 300% incoming. Getting a bounce off pre-market low. Can we close over open? All right, looks good. VC asked, what do you think of of the war uncertainty / Middle East conflict on SPY? I mean, to be honest, all of that stuff's kind of personal opinion, really, and I don't really care about that stuff. But it is horrible what's going on over there. I'm not going to sit here and act like it doesn't have any effect. Certain countries are responding and stuff, but it's nothing I'm really super focused on regarding the equity markets until I see more. You know, if things start to ramp up again, then VIX will spike. The dollar's going to go up. The 10-year is going to go up. The equity market's going to fall lower. And at that point, I'll react to it. But I'm not going to sit here and try to fight or guess for doomsday, you know? I remember a lot of people tried to do that after COVID happened because everybody started realizing, like, wow, you can make a lot of money when the market falls off news. It's like, yes, but news doesn't just come out and make the market fall all the time. It might seem like it does, but it doesn't. So you're going to be sitting there burning up your cash to try to get into plays extra. So I don't know. I'm going to react. I'm going to react to if more stuff ramps up over there because right now it's not looking too hot and it does look like things are going to get worse. And of course, things will already look worse this year too because of our elections in the United States. And of course, that's going to be when you get a lot of crazy news. And you might even see in America this year, you might see like really bad news happen in the world. But America might not promote it as much this year because of it being election year. A lot of the focus is going to be on elections. So a lot of our news is going to be kind of focused on that. But to be honest with you, I mean, war is a great thing for the stock market, as fucked up as that sounds. A lot of the time. Now, I don't know if this will be the case as well, but it kind of gives you that, initial view of like, all right, well, this is probably going to go up over time, but it's going to have its rough edges, But again, guys, we're looking for bullish or bearish control. Right now, you're in short-term bullish control as long as 471.60 holds. We're also kind of focused on today's open. Again, we like this as long as it holds this area. We don't like it, you can flip short if it goes under 471.60s. And really, anything inside of this area is going to be low probability. What you're going to be looking for are good bullish moves outside of this or bearish moves outside of this, the new low of day at 471. Let's go over to our big time frame chart just to get a good look at what's going on that. Our King Carnage chart. You guys can see, based on the weekly watch list, if you've been going over that with me, we said that you should remain bullish as long as this area holds. We even went over why this level exists yesterday, so please be sure to check out yesterday's stream. We went over it for a very good amount of time. But in short, it's just a good recent supply, and we're looking at this for a short-term control point. They end up opening under it and closing under it with an indecisive candle, and now we have another lower open that's completely pushed away from that level. Very, very big move so far. The next thing we need to look out for is, do they even make it to the next area below? Do they catch support here? So on smaller time frames, it's kind of our main focus until we have more info here. But it's still nice to kind of look at and see, okay, we went up to all-time high supply, we've pulled back once. We went up to it again, we've pulled back a second time. This is exactly what we went over multiple weeks ago when we said they're not going to just go up to this and then dump once. They're going to go up to this, and they're going to give us a couple opportunities because they're not going to make it obvious to your average trader. So we'll most likely get another retest of this if we do not just continue to break down on this pull away, on this pullback. But overall, really nice move so far on the bigger time frames. Let's go back to our normal levels now. But how is everyone on the stream? How are you guys enjoying some of the game plans? How are you guys enjoying some of the TA? We'll go over some more charts here in a second. I really just want to see if SPY is going to hold this and push, or are they going to just range trade here now? Which I'm cool with either of those, because any just amount of information would be nice after this lower open. I also think people don't think about it like that too. We were literally at 475 at yesterday's close. We're opening at 471.80s. A very large move has already happened to the downside, right? So for more to happen to the downside, they can't make it obvious. Just like I showed you on the bigger time frame, it's going to take them a little bit. So you might get that move up to here. You might get a better breakdown from here. It might not happen at all. You might just have a little weak bullish move up, and then they take it right back down, and this is where they get their extra fuel from. But either way, they need extra fuel. So any level of consolidation would be great for either side. Good morning. New high day SPY. Tapped it, rejected to open now, and opening open. It's like the stuff happening in Texas. Betting on bulls the previous day low. Pretty low volume on the 5-minute. Good looks by Timmy and Creator. Good call outs by everybody in here so far. That new high of day is the 200 EMA on the 1-minute. Good call out. So we had one good push, good hold, good push that kind of made a new high. Didn't really hold it that well in the 1-minute. Let's go to the 5-minute and see what that's showing us. So we have this like 40% entry kind of look. If this was to break back down, that'd be a very good short entry to at least this level. But like I said, it's kind of caution. It's very cautious in this area here. So if you don't take any new trades in this area, totally fine. I need to make a video after today's stream. I gotta go over some of my swing trades from this week. My bad, guys. I have to go to this chart one more time. I should probably delete some of these. I've had so many. Charts for a minute. I don't even check half of them. I don't know why I named that ha 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 ha. I'll leave those. Yo, yo, yo. Leland? I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to get his audio to work. And here comes the bear trap. Retest the open and flush 420 would be cool. Held VWAP and pre-market low. Sectors red except energy and now banks. Getting that push on SPY. Yeah, ever since that loss of 471.60s, it's not been a good sign for them. They even opened lower on the next 1 minute candle for 2 candles in a row. Good morning, all. Just finished dropping some trade reviews in the Discord. Good stuff, David Q. And yeah, I need to go back through there and read some more from the other day and today. But thank you guys for continuing to stay on your own ass and posting those trade reviews, because I don't have time to stay on your ass. I don't have time to get onto you. And if you really care about growing, you really care about trading, you really care about this shit, then you shouldn't need someone to stay on you like that. You should be your own disciplinary. We're not in the military. I'm not your sergeant. You don't have anybody over you telling you what to do and keeping you organized, keeping you in gear. So it's up to you. And that right there is what really separates people who succeed and people who don't. It's not even necessarily that their trading strat's better or they're smarter. It has nothing to do with that. I mean, they definitely do play into it, but not as crazy as, not as in depth as, you know, how well do you know your own system, as well as how well do you know your own self. Yes, creator. Some of us jokingly call it the 60%. Me and Leland call it the 90%. Yes, that entry does exist. Where you push above it, it looks like it's going to hold for a 40% entry, and then it breaks below it. A retest away from that can give you a very high probability entry. Damn, is it hot in my room. No, that's not what it's called. Do not call it that. That's an incorrect name. Leland? Did I hear something different for a second? What's up, pal?
I don't know what the heck was going on.
Yeah.
I just joined audio from my phone.
I was gonna say, your audio is like way different. Look. Say something?
Yes.
Alright, it's like lagging too, but I don't know what's going on. Damn, so your car sounds better than your phone. That's crazy.
I think it's my internet.
That internet that we've been working so hard on recently.
Yeah.
I'm messing with you. called 96 due to inflation. No, so like this is like the thinking behind my entries, guys. I don't know why this confuses some people, but maybe I just didn't explain it. I mean, I know I did, but we'll just say I didn't. It's levels of confidence. It's probability, you know? That's all
Yeah,
it
I
is.
can't even get your stream to load. It's definitely my internet.
Okay. Don't worry about it.
I'll join later.
All good. I'm not even typing that. You don't deserve to have that joke. So you have the 40% entry, right? And this is the first break of something, right? Let's say you have an important level or a previous day low or previous day high or the open or the close or just something. You have some sort of important level right there, right? And price is breaking and closing over it. That right there, in my head, and this is why the entries are labeled this way, is you have a 40 out of a 100% probability that that is going to continue in your direction at that time of your entry, because it's just the first break. So it's not really the strongest signal, but it is a signal nonetheless, so we can't ignore it, right? And that's very normal. This happens every day, all the time, any time frame, right? We see that all the time. What doesn't happen all the time is a retest, which is why we have the 80%. This is why it's double the percentage of that first one. It's not to confuse you guys. It's literally because that should be your level of confidence or the level of the probability in the scenario that you're in. So let's say you see a level breakout, right? And then you see price come back down, and it holds any type of retest. The single candle retest, the 4-bar plays, the midterm retest, the full retest, whatever it does, whatever kind of retest it does, doesn't matter. That should double your level of confidence, as well as doubling the probability of that trade working out. Because now you don't just have a break, you also have a control of a certain level, right? And that's why that is 80%. Now 90%, this is something I'm not going over that in depth yet, so please do not ask about this that much. But we're going to be going over this more in the near term, near future, but this is really just like the best entry, but these don't happen all the time, and this is why I don't go over them too much, because if you guys start to go for them, you're going to miss out, and then you're going to start just chasing trades, because you need to get it out of your system. A lot of you guys are still in this zone where you just want to trade all the time. So the 90% is not going to be for you if you are someone who isn't patient. Sorry, I was going to say passive. Who isn't patient. You have to be patient to find these setups. But yes, it is when a failed, and you guys have heard me cover this a lot. But this is when, and I'm just going to copy paste my other message because this is a lot to type, I think. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. But this is what the 90% is. The best bearish opportunity will be when bullish momentum invalidates. What the hell does that even mean? Well, if you go to, I mean, this isn't a good one to look at, but if you go to the 5-minute, I'm sure this had it, but what you're looking for is a level. Let's say you get some consolidation, you get some whatever kind of price action, and then price closes over. Awesome. And then it ranges, and then it closes under again. It's like, well, what the heck? This is supposed to hold. I thought this is supposed to be great. Didn't hold. What is the... Oh, our call ended. I thought I just lagged off Discord. What is the invalidation point for bulls? If you're someone looking to be bullish towards higher levels from here, right? It would be the loss of that level, right? So a lot of people just cut their trades, they move on. But what's happening right there when a lot of people are cutting trades or moving on or switching over or switching trend, whatever, a lot of people are switching sides too. So almost the best bearish opportunity is going to be when your bullish trade invalidates, which would be that level or this retest or anything at that point, right? And this happens all the time. A lot of you guys will look for 40% entries and you'll take calls, and then you'll lose money because it ends up cracking back down. And that's fine. You had a good plan set in place. You understood that it was a 40% entry. It's okay, right? Then you move on and you see, okay, it's breaking back down. Well, now you have even higher probability that it is going to come back down to whatever recent price action or recent level you have, or any kind of fib you may have in the area. Then that would be your invalidation. But the best bullish opportunity, flip that image, will be when bearish momentum invalidates. So anytime you see a failed 40% to the downside, and then you see them retake, there's a very good chance they want to try to impulse move that back up to whatever nearest resistance or whatever nearest level you have in sight. Why did that? Oh. But that's just part of the breakdown. I'm not going to go over literally everything, but that's just part of it. But that's the explanation on why the names of the entries are different, why the names of the entries are based on percentages, and they're not just called open range breakouts, they're not just called retest trades. It's because there's a lot more going on there. Alright, let me focus on YouTube stream. Let me see what you hooligans are saying in here. Let me go back to Trade Floor and Discord, make sure everybody's freaking out. Alright, should be fine. Be sure to drop a like on the stream, guys, if you're enjoying some of the breakdowns, updates, or information. Oh yeah, my bad, Mojo. I was gonna tell you this. His internet's messing up, so he's not gonna be in stream today. I don't know what's messing up for him. We were literally just talking before we got on stream too, and then he got home and his internet started messing with him. So I'm sure I'll talk to him after stream. But yeah, I'm trying to bring Leland in here more and more, or just any of the guys who are just super close to me or super close to trading. I'm not trying to bring too many people in here because some people just don't know how to stay on topic. I mean, look at me. I run off topic all the time. And I'm the host. But some of these guys know exactly what I want to be talked about in here. Some of them don't. So it's just kind of like an audience thing. And I don't like to bring random people in here to talk to you guys. If I'm going to bring someone in here, it's because I know they know how to trade. It's because I know they know what they're talking about. I don't want someone coming in here and being hesitant with you guys or weird shit like that. Like I said, though, even if you do get the pop under, it's very cautious to take new trades in here just because we don't have enough information to really get us into anything. We understand that the loss of this can cause bears. We understand the hold of this can cause bulls, but that doesn't mean every time it does it, it's going to work. So you need to be cautious. You need to look for as many confirmations as possible to push you into the trade. Like right here as a bear, you could say you like the lower high, you like the second break of 471.60. As a bull, you can say, well, if you're just looking at today's price action, we had a low and a higher low, so it looks good for a buy the dip. It really all relies on that 471.60, 471.80s area. Don't bring me in would be off topic for sure. I'll be taking this new job, Josh, May, September. 4-day weeks. I'll be able to come on stream like one. Hey, nice, Jack. Round of applause for Jack getting a better job opportunity. And one that will be more positively reinforcing his trading habits as well. So that's good. That's always nice. Devin's just busy. Nothing happened to him. He's just busy. He still trades. If you follow his Twitter, you've seen him post still. His Twitter or Instagram. But he's still around. He's just busy. Thank you, thank you. Nervous for the move as I've been almost 12 years, but it's time for a change. Hey, man, it's hard to change up stuff, man. When you're comfortable, it's hard to change anything. Let's all be honest. When we find our niche or we find our routine or we find some comfortability, we like to grasp onto it. We don't like to let go of it. But hey, man, it's not comfortability if it's in your scenario. In my opinion, I feel like this is needed pressure for you to change. This is needed for you to move on to that new job. I'm very happy for you. I've personally hated where you've worked at for a long time now. And I'm very happy that you're going where you're going and about your new boss and stuff. I think that's very cool. It's very rare that you find people like that too. So I think it's a unique experience, and I think you should take advantage of it. Plus, you're going to be a great mechanic. What the hell does it matter, you know? You're going to have a great time. Plus, you said you're going to be working with more apprentices and stuff, and I think that's interesting because you'll have a bigger impact on their lives than you'll even ever imagine. You know, you'll end up helping them learn things and remember things that they'll use for the rest of their lives. They'll remember the person who taught them that. Awesome, I was just offered a good job paying $20 an hour last week driving vacuum truck for 3 days a week. Damn, nice. Damn, only 3 days a week, but you get 20 an hour? That's actually not bad. Appreciate you, boss. Love sharing my knowledge, whether it be trading or mechanics. LFG Jack, don't even know the situation, but it sounds like you're taking that jump. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. You're pretty much on it. Alright, guys, our buyer's about to finally give us a move towards 473s. I like the higher lows. But you can't argue with the fact that we are kind of just trading in a range from the open. Took one myself 2 years ago. Wouldn't change it for the world. Yes, sir, I took that with the quickness. I think that's cool that it's only 3 days, David, because it like almost saves enough time for you to do other things, have another job, or go do other things, or hustle, or just relax, whatever you know, whatever your intentions are. You have options. We definitely squeeze in here. Exactly, Julian. Good call out. Julian, did you see my tag the other day? You could post your thing on Twitter, and I'll gladly reshare it. I'll talk about it here if you want as well. I just didn't want to post it on YouTube or chat because then everybody else is going to want to do it. But I'll gladly promote your discount code for your Funded Futures account. Nobody's asked me, though, at the same time. I think you're like the first person. Make sure you guys are staying away from the free trades being posted online by people. So a famous trend a lot of people I'm starting to see are doing for FinTwit and just to kind of sell people into buying their memberships is free trades. Free trades. People will post them and they'll say, look, here's a contract, here's the stop loss, here's the idea, blah, blah, blah. They'll give you the whole, you know, rundown. And then they don't ever talk about it again. But they only talk about their winners. So let's say they called out AMD to continue lower, and it did go lower. They're going to make sure everybody sees that, they review it, they go over it. But if they post, let's say, Neo calls, or Neo puts, or the dollar, or I don't know, something, PayPal calls, and it goes wrong, you're not going to see them repost it. You might even see them delete that tweet or Instagram post. So make sure you guys are trying to stay away from as many of those outside noises as I've been talking about these past couple weeks. You don't need to follow 50 people who talk about trading. You don't need to follow a million people talking about a million different trading strategies. You shouldn't be following somebody who isn't going over something you are focused on. That's pretty much what I'm talking about. And I mean in any regard, this is how you should be focused, because you need to be at peace. You need to have no noise in front of you. You need to be able to just think clearly and focus on what's in front of you and never really get shaken off the tracks. Like, yeah, a couple weeks in a row, you might kill it. You might be super confident, super cocky even. You might even get egotistical and be super confident in your trades. But then, as soon as you make that mistake, that's what topples everything. And then you end up turning into this super hesitant, super scared. I don't want to touch anything. I'm going to lose every trade type trader. And you don't want to be like that. You don't want to let emotions run your future, right? So make sure you guys stay away from as many of these free trades or whatever the hell they're calling them. I've been seeing these all over Twitter, all over Instagram. I mean, everybody from people who have 100 followers to 100,000 followers are posting these posts, and it's crazy to me because it's promoting bad habits. It's promoting just, hey, buy this with me. Don't actually think about anything you're doing. Disregard how much you're risking. Disregard the setup. And it's not really teaching anything. Even if you make money, even if you lose money, it's all wrong. So just try to stick to your system. Try to stick to your routine, whatever that may be. If it's similar to mine, if it's your own, I don't care. Whatever it is that makes you comfortable, that's what matters. You being comfortable, you understanding what's next, having structure, having stability. That's really what helps a trader succeed, is not being smarter than everybody or having more money than everybody. No, it's having a game plan. It's being ready. Knowing how to react to certain things when it happens every single time and reacting to it the same way. Not one day you're trading calls at this level, the next day you're like, oh, well, I didn't really like it here, I'm going to short it, and then you're wrong. Why are you wrong? Because you're changing up your game plan every day. Because you're not consistent. You're jumping around too much. Exactly. They have two accounts. One account will go long, one will go short. That's big too. Also, a big thing that a lot of people don't know actually is that anytime you guys see a big financial trader or just a big marketer pretty much online post their TradeZella or their trade logs, a lot of the time those are lies too, because those aren't things that your broker connects to and then whatever is in there is right. You can adjust certain numbers, you can adjust certain data, you can adjust the results of your own trade log on any of these apps. And that's the one thing I don't like about them, is that you can mess with it and lie to people. And a lot of people do take advantage of it, so it's very toxic. But what I'm trying to get at here, guys, is be positive. Focus on your own routine. Don't focus on other people's journeys. It's nice to enjoy other people's journeys and understand what they're going through, because you're going to go through similar battles too. But overall, you just need to be focused on yourself, focus on your routine, focus on what you need to do. Your levels. Oh, my levels need to be cleaned up from today to tomorrow. Okay, well, take care of that. Get that out of the way. But guys, higher lows have been held. A new high of day is... My bad, I almost lied to you. I guess they did hit it by a cent, but we'll just say it's the same high. Very close to a new high of day pop here. German Perez, let me know what your... I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but let me know what your username is. Just type it real quick in here. Let me see if you're on the ban list somehow. Sometimes if you have a sketchy name, or if you have a phone number, or if you have a really just new account, or if you have some... My guys will just straight up ban you. And it's because there's just way too many scammers online, way too many fake accounts, way too many bot accounts. I mean, every week we're banning 10 fake Bueller accounts. So let me know what your username is. I'll go see if you're on that list or not, and I'll then proceed from there. Still in these 475 calls, small risk. Apple already made a move up and held. Good look by React calling out Apple. Just broke 200 EMA on the 1 minute, aka new high of day. Could see that take off, possibly, Julian. G-Coast. All right, let me look real quick for you. You are on that list. Let's see if there's a reason. No reason provided. All right, I'll revoke your ban. You're going to have to click on the link again, and that should give you entry into the chat. I don't know why you were banned. Like I said, there are a couple side reasons that aren't always that valid. But I hope you enjoyed the Discord. Sorry that it was messing with you. A lot of the time, it's based off of your name or something in your account, or if you say something in chat that's like kind of off-putting, then my guys will just straight up ban you, no questions asked. So if you did any of those things, that's why. If not, maybe it was just accident, but we'll see. But I hope you enjoyed the server, German, or however you pronounce your name. Sorry if I'm still saying that wrong. A weird part of me wants to say Herman. Looking for a new high of day, the retest of short-term fib retest. from the breakout. Good call up by Zeke. Good morning, by the way, Zeke. Always happy to see your name pop up, man. Julian said broke 200 EMA, currently retesting it for that move higher. Let's go. So he's looking at a bullish retest of a 200 EMA on the smaller time frames. All right, we'll go to the 5-minute real quick. I just want to see what's here. Go to the 15 real quick. I just want to see it again. Just gotta get a good look at it. And then we're going to go to a couple different charts. Tech down, working at 405, so we can remember that 405 is kind of the struggle level. 4740, that's a pretty easy number to remember. That's the struggle level for SPX. Actually, let me post some of these. People are starving for charts. So that one's fine. This is another one that's been tanking a lot heavier than I think people realize. Small caps. Yes, John Deere did exactly what we talked about yesterday's stream. As long as they reject this area, it should work itself down. Now, I didn't say it would do that in one day, but it's nice that it did do it in one day. So we'll see if they end up holding 380s, 378. Do I get buying pressure? Do I get more selling pressure here? It's kind of like a day-to-day chart I've been going over. I'm seeing a lot of inside candles on the bigger time frames too. Yeah, I didn't have a profile pic. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe one of my guys just thought your account looked sketchy. And you said it right, thank you. Okay, cool. How much is it to get the YouTube members video? YouTube members videos? Well, yeah, some people just gift on their own goodwill. I don't have any more to gift right now, but if someone wants to, they can. But yeah, if you just go to the YouTube channel. Hold up, guys. I have to mark it for like 5 minutes. You get a membership. You actually have to click join to see this. It's like $4.99 a month. It's not that much at all. You get my weekly watch list. You get any extra videos I post. All that good stuff. The Discord is different, though. I'm getting this like weird confusion from a lot of people in chat where they think if they get stuff on YouTube, they deserve to get stuff on Discord. That's not how this works, guys. If you're getting stuff on YouTube, you get stuff on YouTube. If you get stuff on Discord, you get stuff on Discord. That's not how... It doesn't work the other way around. And the reason my lifetime members get all my YouTube videos is because they're my lifetime members. I give them everything. So, that's kind of like goes without saying. But just make sure I say that when I say that one, because some people have been asking me lately why those aren't connected. I'm confused why they're even asking that. Two completely different apps. No real follow through. No real follow through to new highs yet. Still just waiting. That's what Zeke says. And yeah, like I said, guys, you know, it is a little bit more bullish here with them trying to hold these levels here. But at the same time, we got to take some context here. We're under previous day lows. We had a way lower open. So there's a lot of bearish momentum here. Personally, I haven't really liked any of these entry points. Like, I think right here looked good this morning for shorts, and then we didn't get any follow-through, and then it was just like, all right, let's wait till we see something else. And then we got a good push through, and then since then, we really haven't gotten a major push over this candle. You know, if you go to this first major push as high, we really haven't gotten a close over that. I know we're building good higher lows from there and stuff, but we haven't really done anything. So just kind of keeping that in mind. But I am probably a slight hair more bullish than I am bearish from here. But if we lose this level, I'm just as bearish as I was this morning when we lowered, had that open lower. And I think a lot of people are kind of having the same thought, and that's why it's causing weird trade opportunities. But you got to remember, you're not going to be trading every day. You don't need to be trading every day. You don't need to be looking at every single move for a trade. That's what's going to cause you to make weird mistakes that you wouldn't normally make. Trades for me yet, just because I haven't either. And totally fine. You know, some people have taken some short setups today, some long setups today, and had just good short-term success. Other people are just kind of sitting, waiting for more. And that's totally fine. That's what you need to be doing. If you're not comfortable with something, don't touch it. Don't look at it. Wait till you see something to push you in. Wait till something gives you confidence to like either side of it. In this case, it'd be bulls. But we are above today's open. That's a very, very, very good start for bulls. Not just getting back above it, but holding above it with multiple candles is a very good sign. And this can cause for some buying. Let's see if we can push that new high, though. I mean, we keep hitting it, but we haven't really pushed a new high that well. I'm on the 1 minute, too, so I know these aren't just bad wicks. But yeah, guys, definitely be sure to drop a like on today's stream. Share the stream link around. I know a lot of you guys have a ton of trading friends. Be sure to drop them a link and let them know where they can come in here and ask questions and updates and trade if they want. We back. Was in contact with support for a little. Swung a 6.5 Neo put. Wouldn't let me close it again. Or wouldn't let me close it at open. Said it didn't exist a little. Getting credited. So all good. 141% got the receipts. Good stuff, man. I'm very proud of you that you got yours. Also needs to remember, though, at open, and I think this is a different problem from what you experienced. I'm just reiterating it again. But a lot of people don't understand that at open, your options actually don't move. They have to calculate every options chain in a row with computers, and it takes a very long time. Sometimes I say a long time. It can be the course of 5 minutes for all I know. But there's priority calculation. So some things get calculated instantly, like Apple, Microsoft, Berkshire Hathaway, Meta, Google, Tesla. These will get calculated very quickly because they're very important. Something like McDonald's, something like Alibaba is not, something like Neo is not going to be calculated as prioritized. It's going to be calculated later on. So at open, sometimes your contracts don't move, but that's just how it works. You're not going to have that instant calculation move. Some brokers allow you to see the movement before open, some don't. So it's just different with whoever your broker is. But just kind of saying that one again, because a lot of people didn't know that. But sometimes I see some people complain about it. It's like, well, dude, the market just opened. Give it a second. Like, yeah, it's going to screw you, but it's something you have to live with. Don't ignore it. How is everyone on today's stream so far? I know, pretty boring price action so far. Nothing crazy. Who all got the first or the second course? I know a lot of you guys already have the first, so we'll just focus on the second. But who all has the second course, the new course? Who all got it, bought it, or was gifted, or won it from a giveaway? Or anybody here gain access to the course? Okay, cool. Thank you, Caleb. Yeah, I didn't think it was the same bug as yours. I just wanted to reiterate it because what you said kind of made me remember it. So, loving the second. Yes, sir. Nice, nice. Yes, sir. It's amazing. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear, seriously, because me and Leland put a lot of work into that, but we didn't want to just give y'all a bland course. Because the first course, it's very in-depth, and it has a lot of information, like a lot, like almost too much. But it wasn't really, like, intricate into, like, how we actually trade. Like, it has live trades in there. It has all that great stuff. It gets you set up. It gets you the routine. It gets you set up for the road ahead. But overall, you know, it still was missing something. And that's what everything else is covered in the second course. Kind of covers the extra side stuff we didn't get to cover in that one, or things we may have added on later on, or things we may have adjusted in the system. Tons of live trade videos in that one. Tons of breakdowns on different topics based on swing trading, day trading, scalp trading, anything you're looking at in there. We also went a lot more in depth, Leland did, with the options breakdowns. He didn't just go over the chart. He went over the options chart at the same time. So if you had like a breakout, he showed you exactly how much that option moved. Now it's just theoretical option price, the actual option price. And he broke it down, showing you which strikes you should be buying for your most optimal trades. But a lot of bigger, more broken down videos in there. We also have quizzes in most of the sections, not every single section, but I made sure I put at least a couple. Gifted to me, thanks again, loving it, growing my knowledge. Oh yeah, that's right, Mojo won it from the marble game last week. Also, the Fib video with Leland you posted on X, Unreal info for the public. Yeah, sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I let my emotions get to me as like a trader that's online. Like with you guys, I'm totally fine, but sometimes I'll literally see some, like check this shit out, it's crazy. Let me know if Spy starts moving, I'll go back to it. But I'm not gonna name names, I'm not gonna draw attention to myself or anybody else who doesn't deserve it. But there are tons of people on this app that will promote previous day high, previous day low, which is something I've been going over for 5+ years. And then there's people who promote, where even is it? Okay, well, it's this video. I reposted this video. This one. And in this video, we talk about how to draw a fib from the previous day close to today's open, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but that's the best information you can grab from that gap overnight, whether it's up or down, doesn't matter the direction. Size also matters in this case, but not really. But either way, it's just funny because you'll see people talk about like overnight gaps, fibs, and stuff like that, and then they'll be like, yeah, I got this from this new strategy from this guy that's blowing up, blah, blah. It's like, what are you talking about? This is the thing we've been going over in our community for 4+ years. Like, what? So I think I'll let my emotions get the best of me, and sometimes I'll post some of those private videos online because it'll be like, what are y'all talking about? Like, I don't want people to get into this breakdown from somebody that has no clue what they're talking about and then lose all their money. Or patience. It's not even your money I care about. Like, it really is your patience and you. Because you are the person whose experience is going to get ruined when you take that information, you apply it, and it's just completely off. It just doesn't make any sense, right? And it's not their fault that you followed it, but to some extent, it's like, damn, man, why are you posting all this just horrible content online? And then people follow it, and then they make horrible trades, and then they're like a step back. Not just money-wise. Again, take the money out of the situation. Not just money-wise is that person now a step backwards. Now, from a confident point of view, from an emotional point of view, from a psychological point of view, they're damaged a little bit. So they're also a step back on many levels. And that's why I care about posting the correct information and making sure you guys get it, because it's so damn crucial. You know, some of this stuff is really easy to think about, and then some of this stuff is really hard to think about. So and it can kind of mix really weird together, if that makes sense. And then when you go online and you catch a breakdown, and then you come back in here and you catch a breakdown, you're going to be off. You're going to be off, and you're going to be questioning me. You're going to be questioning the system, and it's like, you're the one who's off, not me, not the system. You're the one who's off. You know, so you got to give yourself like a absolute point to go back to fall back to in case of you having problems or struggling or pain or just anything. You need to have a point to fall back to that is safe, right? And what would that be? The routine, the structure that we always focus on. You know, just your routine. That's the only answer. Your routine. The maintenance of your levels, limiting yourself to only certain types of entry points. It's very specific with the right amount of information. The strike price and outside bar video is worth the $75 alone. It's okay, guys. You guys know me. I'm really not focused on squeezing every dollar out of every person. I've had a lot of group owners come up to me and say, you need to charge more for your members. You need to charge more for your YouTube. You need to charge more for these courses. Why the fuck do I have to do any of that? Why should I have to charge more? Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. I'd rather make less and gain more quality traders than anything. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. And you guys would be surprised the names who reach out to me and say, raise your prices, raise your prices. It's like, why? So you can sell my information for more? I have the second course, not rushing it, still studying the inside bar. For me, outside bar is a little confusing. And yeah, out of the two, that is the more confusing one. It's going to take you a little bit longer. Leland would also agree if he was here. But take your time on it, Chuck. I would say the best thing that helped me with the outside bar is just looking at examples and then finding them in real time and then trying to apply them in my head, and then it would make more sense. But the outside bar is definitely a lot more confusing and more in-depth than the inside bar is. The inside bar is straight to the point. It's pretty straightforward. But take your time, man. Take your time. You're giving them the real sauce. Man, when I see people selling your course, literally promoting it for 2 to 4 times, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Chuck watching it a few times, that is a great video, but you'll need to rewatch it a few times to really get it. Yeah, see, there's Adam saying it too. That one is just more in depth. What's up, peoples? They tell you that because they personally already have sold it for more. Yeah, probably. They probably have been selling it for more. And nothing I can do about it. It's okay, though. We all know who's the real traders around here. I'm not worried about it. I don't care who is first. I don't care who makes the most. I just want quality traders in my group, and that's what I got. Like, check this out. I can't join another Discord and find this example, but check this out. So here's the Discord. By the way, great call-outs for everybody in here. Let me go find it. So yesterday, this is a good example of how awesome the community is. So I was kind of like AFK yesterday. I was just out of my mind, not in here. Let's see what happened. It was after this. Oh, here it is. So, a new Lifetime member had signed up, I think, last week or the week before, and they said, new here and going through the courses, loving it, by the way. I have a quick question on the SPY chart you posted for tomorrow. This is something I post in Reason Over Risk or Bueller TA every single night, and this is to kind of just update the levels that are at hand or the levels we have for the next day. But he says, I understand the supply and demand levels, but I'm not so sure what these other levels represent. I was thinking they might be part of the TA system, but I don't think they align to an emerging candle in any time frame. And he's right. It wasn't an emerging candle. And I was gone for like 20, 30 minutes. I don't know what I was doing. Actually like 40 minutes it looks like. But a lot of people beat me to the punch. Electric, someone who's not even a member of this chat, literally almost answered him perfectly. He said, maybe incorrect, but possibly it's an area of interest or it's an area from the 30-minute, which these are the only other 2 areas I've ever said on any course or any guide or any PDF or anything I've ever shared. These are the only 2 other areas I would ever have at a level. So he was correct. Leland tried to help out. They said it's this area. And then Maddie came through. Deuce came through. And they said, look, it's a halfway point between 2 emerging candles. This is an area of interest. Great answer. And it was by people who don't have a membership, people who only have a membership on YouTube, people who have premium. It answered by everybody. That right there proved to me last night, I don't have to be here for someone to learn in this community. Now, I'm going to be here as long as I possibly can because I love this shit. But it just shows me, it's like, wow, like, it's self-sustainable. You can't get this out of other groups, and it's because of the style and the core mechanics of how they teach people and how they group everyone together. It's more of a member sheep kind of thing, like, let me get as many subscriptions as I can in here. I don't care about subscriptions. I don't care if I have 100. I don't care if I have a fucking 1,000. But what I want are quality traders, people who aren't going to sit in here and ask questions over and over and over again and not progress. If you're going to ask questions, you better damn well be progressing. I don't care if it's at the pace of a snail. As long as you aren't quitting, you're progressing. So, shout out to you guys for answering and helping everybody in here. I really do appreciate that, and it really did kind of cheer me up last night, because it's just nice to see everybody's self-sustainable in here, or trying to be. Nobody's trying to sheep along or to get lucky, you know? But very proud of you guys for that the other night. And that happens every day. That's not just from that message, too, you know. Peoples will help people randomly, you know, who'll have these bursts of energy I'll do it too. You know, tons of people in chat that do that. They'll have these like bursts of energy. It's like, all right, I gotta help as many people as I can. So very cool. Well, I think a lot of you guys are very, very smart. I think a lot of you guys have great intuition. I can tell a lot of you guys are on task, focused, ready to go. It's just some small stuff getting to you. And I think if you cut out all the noise, I think if you just focus on doing the same thing over and over and over again, which I know is boring, but like I told you guys, it's not getting into trading that's the hard part. It's maintaining. Anybody can get into trading. But to do the same thing over and over again, to be disciplined, sticking to the same routine over and over and over again, that is the hard part because it's boring. Nice, you're on the outside bar. Good stuff. Hit that like button, stream. Strong push on SPY, new high of day SPY. Good callouts, guys. And look where it's finally coming from. It's finally coming from the actual hold of this area. Got a little bit of one here, nothing. A little bit of one here, nothing. A little bit of one here, okay, starting to get something, starting to get something. And it kept holding. So finally, after what? About an hour, they finally gave us a break and a hold of 471.60s, 471.80s, and a new high of day. Not just pushing and rejecting. They actually pushed a new high. So let's see, can we make it to 473? I know a lot of you guys were looking for this lower end of the previous day low to get hit, so we'll see if that gets tapped or not. Chuck said, okay, question on the inside bar. No problem. You did explanation vid on daily candles, then you switched to the 5-minute. Do you not grab anything on the grind up, or you just wait for it to break the level? Hope you understand this. Yes, you just wait for the levels. The point of this, and I'll try to draw it on this chart so I don't move anybody from SPY. Let's say you have a candle here, and then you get an inside candle here, right? And they're not always going to be this perfect looking, but let's just do this for example's sake. My main focus is the outside of this candle and the outsides of this candle, and that's it. Now, of course, you have levels outside of this, your emerging candles, you know, TA routine, having your bigger, larger time frame levels outside of it. That's cool. But yeah, initially, you are just looking to take trades from this level to this level. If you get a retest from here, awesome. From this level to any outside level, and vice versa. From this level to this level, from this level to any outside level. Now, of course, you have other in-between opportunities where if price pushes up and rejects this and creates a lower high and a clear short setup, yeah, its biggest target probably is this level underneath. So it's really just to kind of give you this organized fashion of levels. But if you have other notable levels, Chuck, it doesn't hurt to add them. You just need to understand this is the core focus when looking at an inside bar setup. But no, your question made sense. And like you said on the grind up, add your eaves. You know, if you see the grind up and then that next day we're inside of it and we're working back up, add the eaves from that previous, if that's something you want to visualize. But don't just do it one time and then not do it the next time. Do it every single time if that's something you're going to comfortably be adding. By the way, buyers are still pushing this higher. Benny said, guys, holy, finally, I was in this trade for 50 minutes. Pure patience on this, Kyle. I needed a new load of brake to get me out. It never happened. Took 50 minutes before my lungs on the wall, but I took days. All right, I'm going to ask a question I haven't asked y'all in a long time, but I want to just get some kind of feelers out there. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being never, 10 being every single time you open your eyes, how much do you stick to the system? And I'm talking about the TA routine, drawing your emerging candles, your halfway points, getting your levels set, your pre-market, your previous day levels, your supply and demand, all that good stuff. And then focusing on those couple types of entries that we talk about in between those areas or to navigate those areas. How many of you would you say between 1 and 10 stick to the system? Again, 1 being you never do it at all, 10 being you only trade the system. 40%. You just said 40%. That's a great answer. And I'm curious because, you know, some of you guys just kind of use part of the information. I think that's great. I don't have any judgment towards anybody here who doesn't use it entirely. It's not my point. I'm just curious. I don't know, Jack. I don't have a tracker on everybody. What? Y'all need to quit asking about people. I don't have a tracker on everybody. Like, if somebody's gone from chat, reach out to them. I don't know where they are. They've been asking about Evis and all kinds of people lately. Like, I don't know. Where are they? Ask them. I'm here. I don't got a tracker on these people. VC said 4, which I disagree with you, VC. Mel said 8. Julian said 8. CM said 11. Aloha said 8. David Q said 10. Eric said 8. Okay, we've got a lot of 8s, 9s, and 10s in here. Chuck, I disagree with your 3. Recently a 10. He said 3, still kicking bad habits. I'll give you a little bit more credit, though. You'd like a 4 or a 5. 3's kind of low. You do a great job of updating, Chuck, is why I say I feel like it's a little higher. Like, I can tell you're looking at the right stuff now. It's just about getting into the habit, like you said, kind of changing your habit. Where was I? Fake Mojo said 8. That's damn good. Timmy said, I don't even know, to be honest, 7. New here, just started. We'll look into buying course 2. Take your time, Susan. No pressure. Garden said 6. Daffy said levels all the time. Alexis says 7 out of 10. I'm still unlearning bad habits. Okay, so you and Chuck kind of in the same boat on that bad habit. Which I think a lot of us probably could relate to that one. I think there's always those bad habits just sitting in us, and we're just trying to slowly work them out of our system. Yourself, not just your trading strategy. I talked to him a bit ago, Jack, and he was still trading, just not being active. Don't really know how, or don't really know now. Levels every day, still working on some bad habits. Problem is my entries. Fake Mojo, and anybody who's having a problem with entries. See, entries are something you have to practice because that is how you navigate the levels, right? So if I see a breakout of this level, I know that there's 40% probability it continues, right? Until I see a break back under the level it broke. So it's not even just for entries. It's just good to understand, like, okay, that's how strong this break is, or that's what this is doing, or this is what kind of retest this is. You know, it's just good to be in that routine. Let's see what else. Also, hi, it's Taylor. Oh, you're Taylor. Not like I knew that. I can't figure out how to switch chat back to my main YouTube account right now. That's bad. I know in the top right, if you click your profile, you should be able to just, like, go and click, like, sign into a different account or something, but I know sometimes YouTube can be a little weird. No, I'm not really getting on you, Jack. It's just everybody keeps asking about certain people. It's like, how the hell would I know? I'm here with you guys. Banned CM Trade. She's impersonating Taylor. Yeah, fake. It says I'm signed into that one, but only chat is showing this account. I've paid enough tuition in the markets to keep going back to my old habits. Somebody pin that. I'm pinning. I'm the host. Whoops. I'm pinning that, David. Everybody repeat what David just said. Everybody repeat that 10 times out loud to yourself right now. Type it if you need to. I've paid enough tuition in the markets to keep going back to my old habits. Where's the Bart Simpson meme? That's what we need. I need to see all of you guys writing that saying like 100 times across the chalkboard, including me. I wanted long as a bull's bucket through. Unlucky on your trade, Timmy. I see what you did there. I am very proud of you, though, for having that invalidation point. You didn't let yourself take a huge loss. Because that could have been worse if you just randomly started holding. And then you would have cut it because you would have been down more. And then you would have saw it go back up. And then you would have been like, what the hell? It's going against me again. And that right there is why it's good to have a set system of reactions. Like, you should always do the same thing when something happens. And it's because, like, let's say right here, you didn't cut, right, when it went back down, wherever you were. I think you were over here. Somewhere over here. But either way, let's say you're in calls, right, and then it breaks this again. You're going to sit there and tell yourself, all right, I need to cut that. Let's take the small loss. I'll look for a re-entry later. All right, awesome. You now have the patience to be able to catch this move, right? Because you cut it, and then you were able to wait, and then you were able to be like, all right, it's holding better now. Let me get in again, right? Now, scenario 2. This is the person who doesn't do the same thing over and over and over again, who doesn't have a reaction plan. What do? They're in calls. They cut. Or no. Let me take that back. I was doing the same scenario again. They're in calls. They don't cut. They're like, this is going to come back up. This is going to come back up. It broke my level. They see this happen again. They're like, all right, I'm getting out of this trade at a lot larger of a loss, right? Because it's a lot more bearish here than it was the first time. What is that person going to do? They're not going to be looking at this. They're going to be too pissed off, too emotionally thrown to even focus on catching this next opportunity again. Because now they're still holding their original position. They either cut it for too big of a loss or they kept holding and it kept hoping, and then they lost it because they didn't have enough patience to keep holding when it was finally time. So it's good to have a reaction plan of like, all right, it cut my level, I'm out. I don't need to worry about this. Let me focus on if it shows a better sign of confirmation later on. Reset, move on. You don't need to sit there and try to hold on to the same trade for too long. Especially when you know it invalidated and you're just trying to tell yourself to stay in. If you're sitting there trying to sell yourself on something, it was a losing play from the get-go. Oh, wow, that is weird. It's like showing your other YouTube account and literally... That is weird. I've never seen that one. That's creepy. Is it the same... Like, you know how you can have one YouTube account and then you can make sub-YouTube accounts under that YouTube account and it's not like a different email, it's the same email? Is it like that where CM Trades is like a sub-account of your Taylor YouTube account? Or is it actually two completely different YouTube accounts? That's what I want to ask now. That is weird, though. I've never seen that one. That's a good idea, Deep. Especially with the lower open, getting some of the risk off the table. What's up, Benny? I always love seeing you pop up in here. He said, B, I'm so hyped, man. The market didn't get me how it usually gets me. Right play, see some red, cut it. Watch it go the way you wanted, rage, miss more opportunity. I like how well you're able to, like, break it down now. It's funny you're saying that. Like, literally, if you go back just a couple minutes in the stream, I was kind of talking about this in a certain way, but not really the exact same way you did. But no, I'm happy for you, Benny. Even if it's like that, that's what I'm talking about. Like, not quitting is great, but like, even if you're progressing at the pace of a snail, right? It doesn't matter. That's still not quitting. That's still progression, right? So even if you feel like you're moving slow or you feel like you're learning these things at a slower pace, like, it doesn't matter. That's progression. You're doing great. Don't beat yourself up. Like, right there, Benny, giving himself a little bit of credit, because, like, even if, let's say he still took a loss, right? But he took a different type of loss. That's a hell of a lot better than his usual loss, where if it was too big, or if it just didn't make sense, or if it was too emotional, and you could see when you're reviewing it, at least, oh, wow, this was a horrible trade. You know, it's nice to look back now and be like, okay, I cut that with great reasoning. I understood exactly why they took it back, and I don't need to be in this anymore. Before, of course, letting yourself take a larger loss that's a lot more painful. It's not just about the money you're losing. It's because of how much effort you've been putting into this, and then it's like, damn, I really just took that stupid loss. Why did I do that? But Nam Lee, I'm happy for you, man. Seriously, round of applause for Nam Lee. Or Benny. Benny, Nam Lee, you know me. They're under the same email. I just started doing this last week. Just sign out of this one completely and stop being lazy. No, it's not. I mean, it's not your fault. It's just weird. For me, I was down 50%, lost 37.50 call, but kept it. till I got 5% profit. I told myself where I would be out, and it never reached it, and it took me 50 damn minutes, but I never felt overwhelmed. I've seen it all before. Either it hits my target or my loss. Accepted it. I love that, Nomley. That's a computer, man. I love that. You're a computer now. No emotions. You just took it. You had parameters set. It hit. You stuck to it. The parameter to get out hit. You got out. Whatever. Round of applause for Benny, everybody. That right there is trading. And didn't that feel... It's weird, though. Like, you lost money, but you're still, like, hyped. Because you're like, wait, I did it differently, though. It was different this time. Round of applause, man. And that right there is the true secret behind trading. It's not that it's not about winning. It's not about focusing on the big gains and getting rich. It's not about that. It's how you can minimize your losses and also the feeling of it, because you need to be like a computer. When you get a loss, it can feel like shit. It'll make you make bad decisions. But if you can turn into this person that can take a loss and get up from it and it not even touch you, you know, it's about how many times you can get up. That old saying where it's like you get knocked down 7 times, get up 8, get knocked down 8 times, get up 9. It's the same thing. Taking that sheer force without letting it affect you. And a calculated way, too. You didn't just randomly take a loss. You had it planned. Let's go, Nam Lee. Okay, you did make money on that. I didn't read your first message right then. You did make money. Oh, my God. Round of applause, everybody. He said he held through a 15% drawdown to end the trade up 22%. Oh, I'm so fucking happy for you, man. Because I know how much you've been stressing and not stressing, you know what I mean. You've been fighting for this stuff. You've been working your ass off to get to this point, even just to see some sign of progression. I'm so fucking hyped for you, dude. Because I know how much blood, sweat, and tears all of us been putting into this. Round of applause, Benny. Seriously. But today, clearly bullish move, as Joss mentioned. Oh, my bad. You were adding on to your message. And yeah, good job VC lately. You know, regardless of having a membership or not, I don't give a shit. I'm just happy to see you in here limiting yourself to having a game plan every day. I always see you interacting with me on Twitter and in Discord and in here on the YouTube stream, so I appreciate that. Appreciate you for focusing on the right material. Or not the right material, but on the material you and me are trying to focus on. It's not about being right or wrong. Working on computerizing myself. I like that, Mojo. Gonna wait for a rejection of PDL or a reclaim to take a trade. Still haven't seen anything I like. Good stuff. Everybody's having some good progression, regardless of the pain, regardless of the losses lately. Looks like a lot of you guys are kicking ass and starting to see some green. Nice. Oh, that's such a good thing to see, man. Such a weird day today, too. I'm not seeing too many people post crazy losses or anything that's, like, scaring me. So today, very slow, not good for calls or puts. Yeah, pretty much. And you also have that hesitation, too, VC, of like, oh, we have the lower open. Like, you can't just keep shorting. You can't just randomly go long. You got to wait for information, too, you know? So it took this amount of time. Like I talked earlier, it took over an hour from the open to truly give this chart a nice bullish confirmation that did hold. It wasn't until this candle and this hold that this actually did look good for calls. Every other part of that chart was just getting information on where the hell are we trying to hold, where are we trying to go. But yes, in short, though, you are correct. But that's not something you're going to be able to guess beforehand. Good morning, Hayes. Good to see you, man. I think I saw you posting the results channel this morning. I'll have to go check that out later. 465, 475. Right, longed it 40%. Good job, Mel. Going long. Even Mel went long today. Round of applause. Oh, you're saying 475 a day. Yeah, very possible. I could see us at 475. I could see us at 470. Ugh, excuse me. Did not mean to yawn. Good post by, excuse me, Zeke. Good post by VC. Good post by Jack. I'm seeing a lot of really clean posts on the trade floor this morning, per usual. Did y'all see Disney the other day, by the way? So, in my Lifetime group, we all kind of focus on, I mean, everything really, but swing trading is a really big thing a lot of us like to focus on because it's just fun to see the storytelling of charts. It's not even just about taking trades. It just really is fun to kind of watch everything play out from your plan. But one of the plays I wanted to go over was from Username the other day. So, he's been going over this pretty in depth. I mean, I'll show you the whole story if you want. So here's his original post on the 10th, so about 7 days ago. New short swing. He starts covering it, starts telling the story of it. And what I like about it is that you see him go from short to long across his updates. Not just talking about why it looks good for downside, but also talking about how it could turn back up and look good for more upside. And by doing that, he caught an amazing play. Disney ends up getting a massive move up the other day, and he ends up getting out of his play finally for final update 220%. And I honestly thought that was impressive because it wasn't really the gains that impressed me. It was the fact that he actually started talking about this from a short point of view. He started talking about this like he was a bear, which is fine. But he also gave validations for what happens if bulls show up at what part of the chart. And that was what I thought was the most impressive because you see the kind of mechanics, everything that goes into this. It's not just, oh, let me be bullish, let me get a call, let me take profit or cut loss. Like, it is that simple, but at the same time, there's a lot more going on than that. You know, it's a hell of a lot more. I think all of you agree with me on this one. A lot more thinking going into it. So he had to be bearish, and then he flipped long, and then he took this play up, and then it had a massive move. And I just thought that was pretty awesome because you don't see that a whole lot. People will just kind of like, a lot of people online at least will post just one, short or long, and that's it. But in my chat, that's not something I like to promote because it promotes the wrong kind of thinking. If you're going to sit here and always be a bear or always be a bull, that's great, but you need to limit yourself. And no one does that. Everyone who says I'm only a bear, they'll have days where they take longs. They'll have days where they take calls, and then they end up losing a lot of money. And vice versa. And this is why I don't like to teach that, because it teaches, oh, I'm only good at puts, or I'm only good at calls. It's like, no. It's all price action. It has nothing to do with you playing up or down. It's all price action. You need to be as non-biased as possible, looking at the levels the same way, right? So if I have this chart in front of me, let's do one I actually have charted. So if I have this chart in front of me, right? If I flip this chart and I go redo everything, I should end up with the same information regardless of the direction, because all I did was flip the chart. I should still get the same bias. That'd been cool if it actually like switched the levels onto that chart too. But yeah. Be consistent in how you trade, be consistent in your routine, be consistent in everything you do. Triple Q fighting its open. Sector slowly starting getting closer to green. Good call out by Zeke and Daffy. He said, I saw that post from Username. That guy is not a human. Yeah, he's not. I genuinely believe he's AI. And I'm not talking Allen Iverson. And yeah, be on the lookout for a new video today, members. If you are into swing trading, I'll be doing a video today covering my last 3 swings. So go support this tweet. You don't have to actually like this or anything. I was just saying this for interactions. But overall, I'm going to be doing a video regardless for you guys. So I don't know if it'll be posted today or not, but I am going to make it today. So if you are looking out for a new video, that's when that'll happen. Here's the 15-minute. I might leave it on this for a minute, to be honest, because it's a very good visual on what we're seeing. Like, yes, buying is happening, but it's not at a very strong or quick pace. But they are just moving up ever so slightly. This is the 15-minute, by the way. What was your last lost trade and how was it? What was the trade I took before Boeing? I did lose a trade right before that. Because right now I'm on a 3-win streak on my swings. So it's whatever the swing trade I did before that. Let me think for a second. Let me just go look. There's Google, there's Walmart, there's Boeing. Oh, of course, it's 17 days. Let's see what's before that. My 2 scalps made money. XOM seems to be my last loss. From January 9th. I bought it January 8th. Let's see. January 8th to not. Oh, I remember this one very well. Okay, this is what I was buying. I bought the hammer, and then I think I was up only like 5 or 10%. I was like, I'm gonna just wait, and then ended up tanking that day, and I ended up just cutting it. But it looks like I lost like 40% on that trade, though. I think I bought 10. No, yeah, I bought 10 at 64 cents, and then I sold 10 at 33 cents. Yeah, so I lost like 50% on that. What's that? That's like $310. No. Yeah, that was right. 310. But that was my last loss for my swing trades. Yeah. I mean, it's okay, the VC. These are the trades I'm okay with taking losses on, because it's a good pattern and a good spot of the chart. It gave me a good open. It gave me almost everything I could have asked for. But then the energy sector flipped back over. So that's okay. I'm totally fine with taking losses as long as they make sense to me. If I take a loss that doesn't make sense to me, that's going to piss me off more than the actual amount of money I lost. Because the reasoning is everything. The money is just a factor. The money is just something that's ever changing, forever moving. It's not going to be the thing that changes the trade outcome, right? It's just a factor. So that should never really, or at least after the beginning of trading, it shouldn't mess with you. It's a variable. I see you, though, just want to see my losers. No, I'm messing with you, BC. Do you have a video on best entries? I can't believe you just asked me that, Chuck. I do, though. Let's go over a couple of them. So there's actually a few you could jump to. And it really just kind of depends on who you are. Now, I know some people love watching my longer videos. They love going through the slower breakdowns. If you want a breakdown of literally everything of the system, I would check out these 2 videos here from Sherman that I re-uploaded to my channel, and then my seminars that I did together. I did a day. We did like 2 full day streams. I did some stuff in the morning, and then at lunchtime we covered a day of stuff, and then the next day at lunchtime we covered another day of stuff, and that's what this is. So if you want to check these 3 out for longer, bigger explanations on literally everything, I would start over and we watch those. But yes, we do have videos that just talk about entry points. Let me find some of them real quick. Now, I know you could cheat and just go to my playlist. I was trying to find it for you individually, but if you go to the Road Consistency playlist, this will actually give you everything you need. This has all of the best entry videos, all of the best charting videos, pretty much all of my favorite videos that I think have the most impact on people is in this playlist. There's not any specific order, so you don't have to do that, but yes, we have many videos that cover just the best entries. We also have entire playlist of actually live trades that I took. There's like 40 videos between those almost. So take your time going through the content. There's also a video... Oh, whoops. I X'd out, didn't I? There's also a video called... I think it's just straight up called The 4 Styles of Entry. I think I have a video that's literally just about the entries. Oh, wait. You know what I should have typed? I should have typed 4. Yeah, here it is. How to identify and trade 4 important trading strategies in less than 9 minutes. So if you want to watch this, be fine. But we have playlists and everything on the buy the dip strategy, on the 40% entry, on the 80%, on pretty much everything that we go over in here. The lead test, all that good stuff. Which, I know there's a lot of names, but they're all the same entries. It's all the same stuff. Some people just call it different names. Some people call it by their nicknames. Like lead test, it's just a lower high breakdown retest. That's all it is. But we like to call it that because Leland is somebody who's famously trading it and has helped a lot of us see the light on it. It's okay, Nomley. I'm allowing it. I'm allowing it because it's Chuck. And that's what I'm talking about. Like when Benny, when you ask me a question, or when Chuck asks me a question, like I have a lot of patience with you guys because I understand you guys are you're just making sure that this is concreted into your system, that you understand it yourself. And I understand that you guys are people who have been around for a while and are always engaging and always interacting and making sure you're part of trying to learn and trying to progress. So that's why I have a lot of patience with you guys because I know you guys are trying. But if I never saw you in chat and I only ever saw you ask the same question over and over again and you were never actually progressing, that would get to me a little bit because it's like, all right, now you're just trying to piss me off. Like you're not actually trying to learn because you're lazy, you know? But you guys aren't lazy. You guys are working your ass off to try to get to the answers on your own. And if you have to ask a question, so be it, you know, so what? But I'm happy to answer questions from people like you guys because a lot of you guys really do work your ass off in here. And I know it's not easy. And even with the support of the Bueller Buys community, you know, it's still a pain in the ass. It's still stressful. It's still straining. You know, it's a lot to get into. But I know a lot of you guys are working hard. But yes, that was a forbidden question. All good fun, though. All good fun. Like, I think one day, and Benny knows about this because I went off on him, but he typed chop one day in chat, and I think I was just in a bad mood. I just went off on him because it was like, why is everyone typing this word? And now I see all of you guys typing. It's like, well, now I feel like a dick because Benny said it, and I went off on him. So, you know, we all have our faults. We're all human. Some of us like to ask the same question 60 times. Some of us have short tempers. Some of us don't talk at all. You know, everybody's different. Everybody has their faults. Everybody has their advantages. Everybody has their areas of themselves they need to work on. Regardless of trading, it's also real life aspects. Who just gave me a heart? I saw that. Oh, now you don't want to speak up. Me. Susan taking the blame for somebody's heart. I'm just messing with you. Honestly, I won't lie, Chuck. When I first read your question, I thought you said, can you make a video on the best entries? And I was like, there's no way this guy's serious. He's messing with me. Man, this community is awesome. Everybody in here is pretty wholesome, pretty damn smart in their own way. Oh no, my Discord's lagging. Oh, there it is. Alright, we're good. Oh, this song sounds like there's film burning in my ear. I'm switching this song. No, not the volume. If y'all saw what I just did, that would have been hilarious. The silence after the question as your brain tried to process what Chuck just asked was hilarious. I promise you that was me realizing it was Chuck and then being like, you know what? Answer patiently. Answer with a calm response. It's Chuck. It's not someone who's spamming the same question every day. Let's give him his fair chance. I promise that's what I was doing. Number 1 sets the table. Number 2 has the side dishes and snack. That's a good way of putting it, I guess. Susan, to answer your question, it's kind of what Nam Lee said. Benny, he said, number 1 sets the table. Number 2 has side dishes and snacks. Number 1, really, Susan, it's pretty important. Like, it would be weird to tell someone to get the second one without the first one. So I don't want to be like, yeah, you should just get the second one. It has all the good updated info in it. But there's really good core basic information in the first one that you're definitely not going to get in the second one. So if you're let me answer it this way. If you're new to my system, you can't do the second one without the first. If you're not new to my system, you understand a lot of the basics. Yeah, you could just go ahead and skip to the second one. It's really up to you. But I think everybody here would agree with me in saying that it would be really, hard for you to catch on to the stuff that's in the second one if you don't know the terms. And I'm going to be honest with you. You can catch a lot of the basic stuff on my channel. So just, if you want to just not pay anything, take some time to kind of watch some of the streams and go through some of the videos and then maybe join in some live streams with me here and there for a couple weeks. Then maybe you can get a course after that. But maybe at the beginning, you don't need to spend any money. Maybe just kind of get into the rhythm of things with us first. I highly advise this for everybody who ever asks me this question, because I don't want someone joining in here and going, what the hell, man? You told me to buy your course. I'm not rich yet. Like, yeah, it's because it takes time. It takes routine of doing the same thing over and 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 over. You can find a lot in his videos for free, like entry video. Yeah, Chuck. Hey, you're not supposed to clown yourself, man. We're supposed to think of those jokes. Nah, you're good, Chuck. See, it's all in good fun. Now, I also have to give you guys the benefit of the doubt, too. I really need to be more, like, calm and passive when I respond to you guys, because I gotta understand that there is, like, almost 700 videos on this channel now. Like, it's not just like, yo, go to my channel. I can't believe you missed that. You know, a lot of YouTube channels these days with trading accounts don't have a lot of videos. They just do streams and they'll have, like, 5 or 6 videos. That's cool and all, but they're missing out on a lot. Also, we have the mix of member-only and non-member videos, too, so that's, like, another thing that messes with it. And I know it's hard to see from my screen because I can't see the difference, but yeah. A lot of information, though. We have our fair share of really long videos that have literally everything you could ask for in it, and then there's a lot of quicker videos that might have some stuff missing, but it ends up getting to the point a lot quicker. How to trade a lower high retest in the 1 minute and 5 minute time frames. SPX scalp on the SPY chart. How you should view your stop loss. This is probably one of my favorite videos I've ever made. I don't even really think about it too much. But that's a really good video too. How you should view your stop loss, and I give you context in different scenarios in that video too, because it's like the order of operations. It's like you got to do the right thing in the right order, but sometimes the order switches up. You got to kind of go in the right order. But that one's pretty cool. Bigger time frame charting, just to kind of show people some swing trading stuff. How to trade the gap and go at market open. Just all kinds of cool stuff, really. the 9 EMA, because you guys know the only indicator I've ever really used is like the middle VWAP and the 9 EMA to take trades on the smaller time frames. But even now, you guys don't see me use that stuff. But for people who do like using those single indicator confirmations alongside your levels, I think that's a great system. I think it's great. So I have a couple of videos on that as well. Fibs, me and Leland cover a ton of that stuff. Yeah, there's that video again. Just all kinds of stuff. Like, this video is pretty important, too. I probably should start sharing this more, but this shows you retest versus reversal and how you can tell which is which. You know, what is this? Is this a retest or is this reversing on me? And it'll give you that breakdown. The beginning to end. This is a cool one. This is probably one of my favorite ones because it's really long, but my SPX trading movie. We called it a movie, but that's pretty much what it is. It's 2.5 hours of 1 month of trading. So definitely check that out if you want to get in on that. But all kinds of stuff, too. I'm trying to add more stuff to this. Oh, I need to talk to Cam on Twitter. We're supposed to do a speaker event tomorrow. I'm supposed to bring Cam in here to talk to you about crypto. I think the structure of a course would help me rather than just random videos. Okay. Yeah, I mean, up to you, Susan. It's really to each his own. We also have playlists, too, if you want to check out some of the playlists. I'm not the best at making them, so not all of them are that organized, but there's a lot of really good organized ones. But yeah, like I said, take your time. I'm just trying not to rush you into the paid stuff. This is not about that. I know my guys in the Discord see it. I know they see the breakdown. Alright, that low stopped me out in profit. Off to work. Take care all. Good job, Deep. Have a great rest of your day, and I hope you have a great day at work, man. Do you guys like these streams that I've started 30 minutes later, going into the 11 o'clock, 11:30 time area, or do you guys prefer that I start streaming from open? This week I wanted to change it up just to see what was up, but next week I think I want to go back to normal. Benny said, Meta looks like absolute fun to trade today. Perfect picture even. Picture perfect even, my bad. Wow. Well, looks like I can clear these levels finally. Give me a couple days of that. Okay, so this is from the supply of 1228, so right before the year ended. And this was that low that never really got surpassed until just now. So now we can remove that one, we can remove this level. You can remove this level, but you might not have to. It looks like it's a good almost 50% level, but also it's just a good TA level. And then let's add our previous day high and low supply and demand. Is that candle? Okay. Whatever. That one, and then here's your low to previous day close, and then here's kind of like a just small demand area. We didn't get to it yet. And then going into tomorrow, we'll probably have this drawn, but we'll see what it looks like. I'll go back and I'll clean that up later. We'll leave today's levels on there now for now. Previous day close is one that I should have marked there, Benny. I do not. You aren't wrong though. This looks so good on the smaller time frames. I know the daily time frames been setting up a lot too, because I just traded Google, and this relates to Google. This and Netflix do, because they're in the same sector. And I saw that Netflix is already kind of coming down a little bit. I saw Meta was trying to, and is kind of doing what Google's doing. It's down in that next support and trying to hold it as support now. Which Google's kind of doing the same thing, just not at the top. It's kind of at the next level below. I'm kind of going from the supply of this. from this recent high to the last green open before the breakdown. That creates an area of short-term supply. So that's kind of what I've been focused on with that one. But that's what got me to look at Meta and Netflix more, because those move so well. But Meta is definitely shaping up the best out of the three. I'd say Netflix probably like a close third behind Google, just because it's further down under its recent highs. But that whole sector did cool off at the same time. I just see that Meta's holding the best. So this could get some really good movement over the next couple days, regardless of going up or down. Plus, I like Meta. They have a good options chain. From open. Start from open. Missed the stream yesterday. Well, I did post a stream schedule, so if you missed it, you need to follow me on my socials. I don't think I posted it on YouTube, though, which is probably where I should have posted the schedule. But I knew this week I was going to be a little bit different. I just wanted to get back on track next week. But yeah, we'll do it from open again, starting next week again. From open, we'll start the streams. And I'm not really big on having guests in here, guys. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I like being in here by myself. It's nice to just talk to you guys and focus on what's in front of me. But sometimes you will, of course, hear some of my friends join in and talk. But it's not really a big thing I focus on. Too many times do I see people stream and they'll have like a team of people, and it's just too much information being put out. I can't even focus or pay attention, so I don't want to bring that same vibe in here. Even if me and 3 other dudes are saying the same thing, it's still a lot of noise. $69% on puts. Good job on the bear trap. Good job, Daffy and Mel. And yeah, I'm glad I went into chat and posted that too, because a lot of people looked like they were trying to go long. But the plan I posted was 473 is crucial resistance from previous day lows. Bears have control under that level until proven otherwise. Proven otherwise equals the retake of previous day lows and overnight gap fibs planned for both sides. Why can't I screenshot? There we go. So many good trades being posted. Yo, that's a great name. Their name is just Trades. That's a good name, honestly. Simple, straight to the point. Very slow day indeed, though, Trades. I agree. With the lower open to that extent, too, I think this was kind of expected from at least our group. At least, I'm not going to say this should have been expected by everybody. And I'm also not really surprised to see some of this short-term buying, but we are still in bearish control under 473s until proven otherwise. The until proven otherwise equaling, of course, the retake of that area by bulls. Possible buy the dip on SE. I fat fingered my sell, accidentally still tap my position when I wanted to exit. Ended up taking a bigger loss than I went on half my position when I wanted to sell full earlier on. Ah. Unlucky, man. I think we've all been there before. Fat fingering and then being like, I'm not in that anymore, or not thinking you're in it as much. Unlucky, Zeke. Don't let it affect you. Great call out by my man Peoples. 15-minute outside bar. Honestly, Zeke, you were the person that kind of kept me out of the gutter. Remember the other day I missed out on like $9,000 in gains on Boeing? At first it got to me, but after reading your message and kind of breathing in, breathing out a couple times, and a lot of punching of the air, I got over it. I was fine. I feel great. More opportunity in front of me. Exactly. Not going to beat yourself up too much. That's how I like you put it, because, yeah. Still get onto yourself, but at the same time, not to a point where it's damaging, where it's like, oh, well, I probably just shouldn't do this anymore. No, not like that. Mel said he's out for now. Good stuff, Mel. Good job, Peoples. I saw your post. Keep it up. Keep it up, Jay. The pressure's on, Jay. I'm going to short that and stop out at my line. I'll give myself a little bit of room. That's what I like to see. New lows. Volatility. Paying me. Over here making raps about volatility now. Let's go! People don't understand the power of same-day scalping, man. That's 15%. Yes. 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 I'm taking profit. Yes. Thank you. I got screwed a little bit on my fill, but who cares, man? All I wanted was that quick scalp. Now we can look for more. Hell yeah. Good stuff, Jay. Alright, so I take scalps profits pretty quickly because I size in heavy. If you guys are in light contracts, this is still looking good, but do not hold if it crosses back over this gray line across my screen. It does still look good for puts. The reason we like it and the reason Jay is posting a 15-minute inside bar, I'll explain it for you, Jay. You go ahead and take a breather. Is that we like this. We like this outside bar because this shows us that there's structure, right? So I'll go ahead and highlight that. Go to the back to the 1 minute. Why I was holding my cursor here is because this is where the structure was. You had price holding above support here. Price broke below it, so we're bearish again. If I can stay under that and push away from it on the 1 minute, that helps me have confidence in seeing this try to push lower. If it was to have broken back above where my line is right now, my cursor, that would show that they're still trying to hold this structure, but they're not. And all I'm doing is looking at higher lows, and then it broke structure. And then I'm looking from those higher lows, does it push away from that structure? Just by looking at highs, lows, higher lows, lower highs. But just a quick scalp, if you're still in that, keep your stop loss set, don't be greedy. Don't be dumb. Don't just randomly walk away from your screen. Oh, Lethan's talking to you. He's probably talking to me too, but he's talking to you. It's crazy too, because like literally just from entering at the very end of this candle to the bottom, or to when it was wicking up, that's already almost 20%. Like, people think you have to have such a huge move. Like, you don't. Look right here, if you're holding still, you're getting another new volatile push. It's creating a new fresh price for you on that contract, whatever contract you're in. So it's pushing extrinsic gains into your contract as it's pushing new lows. You need to be taking profits into new lows. So guys, we see that there's a level here. If you're scalping from here, you should trim some here, right? We all agree on that? Anybody confused on why you should be trimming here? Please trim some here. Do not be that guy. If you want to leave runners and leave a tight stop on them, awesome. Oh, it's almost like I know what I'm talking about. How buyers are coming in and screwing anybody who's still holding. I'm going to go back to the 15. I want to watch that outside bar a little bit more. Because it could do something cool. 472.36. I used to F myself by hoping trades will blow through levels. I think that was my initial big problem when I first started trading my own system, is that I would ignore the fact that the levels are important. Like if you're long from here and you're going to this one and you get close to it, you need to be taking profits towards it, not after you hit it, after it's closed. No, because then the momentum is given out. You got to remember, you're trading the momentum of that contract, right? So if you're in a call, you want to take profits as it's going up. If you're in a put, you want to take profits as it's going down, not after it hit your level and slowed down and it's turning back up. That doesn't make any sense, right? But logically speaking, when you first start trading, that's what makes sense. Oh, it hit my target. Now let me sell. It's like, no. Let me sell as the momentum is going towards that level. It doesn't even have to actually touch it. All right, now let's see if they can make a new fresh low. Let's get this new low. I know some of my guys in here are still in puts. Give us that fresh low. I say fresh low, but you got all this crap over here. Come on, give my boys the fresh low. Now, I don't have any confidence in this breaking support until you actually see 471.60s closed under. So you probably should just trim into that support and wait till you see more. But if you are still stuck in a put, that's what's in front of you. You either cut when it goes back above our structure, or you take profits as it flushes through the support. Exactly. From time to time, you'll blow through those levels before you can even take profits and be blessed, but you should be taking profits approaching the level. Exactly. And if you are taking profits late and it is going in your direction, okay, that's whatever. Like, that's a good problem to have. If you're having slippage, or if you're having problems with, like, it going in your direction further and you're just trying to take profit, like, that's a problem you're not going to be complaining about. You know, that's cool. But if you have this set system of always taking profits as you're approaching your level, sometimes you will get in those trades where it just keeps dumping and you can't do anything about it. You end up making even more money. Like, okay, that's a good problem. That's a good thing to hit you, though. That's what people call luck in the stock market. But in reality, it's just because you were prepared at the right time. It has nothing to do with luck. High of day, low of day fib. Good job, Timmy. Good job, Peoples. Sold 20%. That's my boy. Good job, Peoples. I'm beyond proud of you, man. That 15 IB. Good job, Peoples. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't going to take that trade with you, but then I saw what you posted. I was like, I got to get in. Good job, Jay. And look, it's dumping more. That's great. If you were somehow still trapped in this, you're not having any issue taking profit at this level. And remember, do you want to be right? Do you want to be wrong? Or do you just want to have a good system in front of you? That's really what the important question is. It's not about being right or wrong. It's not about being smarter. It's not about any of that crap. It's about finding your system and seeing how close you can trade to it. That is trading. That is discipline. That is true trader strength. Sold. Love seeing that. Lock it in. What's up, KT? Off to the gym. See y'all tomorrow. See you later, King Carnage. Really wanted to hold the low of day, but had to remind myself I ain't Leland yet. Also, we're not guessing, peoples. Remember, we're not here to guess. We have no confirmation that this is going to go lower. We have short-term confirmations that it might go lower. It doesn't have to do anything. Remember that. And look, and you know what's funny, peoples? This is why all of you guys need to grow up mentally. I'm not talking about peoples in this. I'm just talking about everyone in general. I need to do this. But if you were still in this put, right, and it kept dumping, you know what you would be saying? You'd be saying, oh my god, I knew it was going to keep dumping. I'm so glad I held. You wouldn't even be thinking about the mistake that you made of just randomly holding through a level, right? But now that it's doing this, you know what you would say? Oh, I'm a genius. I knew it was going to hit my target. This is where I should have sold. I'm glad I sold there. Bam, I'm glad. Now buyers can show up, and if they do continue higher, I'm not screwed, right? But it's not about that. It's about, why was I in this trade? Oh, I liked it here. I liked that it was pushing away from structure. Okay, then why'd you take profit? Because I liked that it made a new fresh low, and we're really close to another target. Okay, that's it. That's all you need to go over. But anytime you sit here and you're like, damn, I should have kept holding to this. It's like, no, you shouldn't have. It's like, oh, I should have cut here and done that. No. What was your plan that you had beforehand? That's what you should have done. Fuck what happens afterwards. So what if it dumped $10 more and you already took profits? That wasn't your plan. Same thing for the upside. That wasn't your plan. So you don't get to complain about that because it wasn't part of something you actually had in mind. That's my point. It's not about being right or wrong. It's about how close can you trade to your plan? How close can you trade to your system, to your strategy? That's what you're focused on. It's not about being right or wrong. It ain't about the money, exactly. It's about seeing how close to your system you can trade. And look, right now, we would be screwed in that position. You'd be down right now. All of us would be. Profits ain't profits till you close your positions. Preach. Because what are we still above right here, too? What is this level? Where am I randomly getting this line from? Does anybody know? What is this? Can anybody tell me what is this level? And why is it so damn important? I better see 50 correct answers typed in that chat. This is why you full port and scale out. Shut up. Like, the second half of it was, like, actually good advice. The first part's like, wait, what? He said, even better to use margin, too, because you can use money you don't have. This is all satire jokes, by the way, guys. You do not need to do that. Current day open, yes. Today's open, yes. Not really the opening high, it's the open. Pre-market low, you're close. I didn't quite see where that was, but I'm sure it's close. I will next trade, thanks for the advice. But yes, guys, today's open. That is what that level is. And what... Here, let's do this. And what do we have in our list here? Price above open, bullish until broken. Price below open, bearish until broken. Breakout above levels with previous day high above must be taking profit at that previous day high because you don't have any confirmation past that. So we see here, we are still bullish until proven otherwise. Now we do have a bearish confirmation here, but then you have a bullish confirmation here. So where can we comfortably assume price is going to try to range trade between most of today from? Between where bulls could step in and where bears could step in. That makes the most logical sense to me. So this is the range that needs to be on watch today. 473, 471, 80s. Bueller imposter in Discord. Oh. Here, I'll ban this one in front of everybody. So I right-click him, I hit ban. Suspicious spam. Delete message history from the past 7 days. Would you like to write other reasons? Yeah. Dude's a clown. Ban. And so now... Oh, somebody already did it, but it'll be gone for 7 days now. Until he makes another account. Then he can come back in here and spam us again. I like how quick y'all were on that. Benny was on it, and then Zeke was in here on it pretty quick, too. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys. It's y'all's home, too. We gotta keep it clean. Take your shoes off out the door. Unless you got some new shoes, then go ahead and come in. Yo, shut up, peoples. I saw what your message was. That's my boy, Jay. That's my boy. Current day open. Great answer, Susan. Got them. Thanks, Zeke. Thank you, Jack. No clown stuff allowed. It's a strictly no clown zone. I don't know why it's like so hard for them to read the sign. It says no clowns. Like, we're good. I have enough comedians in my chat. We don't need clowns. Nah, for real though, a lot of you guys are actually pretty funny. I know I like do these like fake laughs and it's like, oh, be polite, but like genuinely some of you guys actually make me cry laughing from some of the messages in chat. I'll see myself out then. Like what was it the other day that got me crying in here? It was Mel. I think Mel had me crying yesterday. Oh, that's what it was. He was helping Noxta. He was like, this is why you didn't get back in your trade or whatever. It was like, damn. Like, Mel's on his ass. But it's because Mel cares. Mel wants to see more people in chat succeed so he can see more of his friends at the same spot he's in. So he can see everybody rise, progress. Is this a bearish confirmation? What's up, Mel? How's your week going, man? I saw on Monday you had, or sorry, Tuesday or Friday you had like a 6K day or something. How was your day today? You don't need to tell me money, but how was your day just quality-wise? The Mel drill sergeant girl down was funny. Yeah. Mel, are you serious? Mel's like, I'm not joking, bro. I bought puts up here. I swear. If I had to guess where Mel bought puts, I would assume he bought somewhere on this first drawdown, and then he started averaging down in some of these eves here that didn't break a new high. I'm going to assume that's what Mel did. 2 small trades at 400. Never mind. Okay. I was completely off. But I'm going to assume, Mel, that you took some trades after this high was made, and then after you saw no new high was actually pushed. I'm assuming that's where you started getting in. 11:22 a.m. So probably 10:22 my time. Okay. So yeah, almost the high of day. Oh yeah, you couldn't be 11:22. It's not even 11:22 here yet. Okay, so I was in the vicinity. It was after that high was made. He saw that no new high was made. He started averaging into shorts. Of course, if a new high is established, that's his cut position, but I like what he did. He also waited till we were a lot closer to 473 to do it. Instead of doing that here or here where he would have been screwed, he waited until we were actually closer to a point in which barriers were actually present. Good job, Mel. Thank you guys, by the way, for over 40 likes on today's stream. We've had almost 170 people joining here today. That is crazy. We are running laps around these other streamers right now. Just liked it. Thank you. Bought some poots on the break of 472.50s. Took profits as we approach 471.70s. Let's go, David. Round of applause to you, man. Make sure you're all posting your trade reviews in the chat. You don't just get lazy. You don't skip anything. Make sure you're sticking to the routine. I want to see trade reviews from each and every single one of you today. I see David's. I see Zeke's. I see Mel. I see Hayes. I see D-Touch, I see Timmy, I see Kid83, I see David again, Deuce, David again, Creator. Okay. Clean trade review too, David. I saw this one the other day too. Amazing live trade with the gang. Oh, you're better than me. Profits taken here as we approach 471.70s. 38%. Round of applause, David. Good post by Zeke too on his manual error. If anybody wants to read that, they can. I always like checking these out because it really shows someone while they're struggling and while they're, you know, in pain. But it's also fun to watch because you get to see that exact person that showed a sign of weakness the next day or the next time they take it. Like, I promise you, Zeke's next trade is going to be fucking crazy. It's going to destroy this trade because that's who Zeke is. He bounces back. He doesn't sit here and he doesn't let his losses consume him. I'm so hyped to see Zeke's next post. Whether it's today, tomorrow, a week from now, whenever it happens. Beyond happy for you guys. And I love to see the true trader strength on everybody. No clowns, no weakness. Just a plan, and us being like a computer. On your burners, too. Part of my late attendance, I was at Starbucks, and one of the acquaintances wanted to know what it was I was doing. She then picked my brain on how to join the BB team. Ooh, sounds like you were on a little date. Trader when I see these slow down. 55% gains on my SPY poots. Set the hook. While I was in a webinar. Nice. Guess which clown's still holding? Probably you. You and Mel. I'm going to say both. No, B, I can never be better than the teacher. Hey, one day you better be better than me. There's nothing special about me. I trade my plan. That's it. That's what you should be doing. And one day you're going to do it better than me, David. I want to see it. I want to see everybody here surpass me. I want to see all of you surpass Leland. I want to see all of you surpass Mel. There's no levels to this shit. There's no you're better than me, I'm better than you. I want to see everybody kick ass. I didn't trim, but I did a rinse and repeat. Okay, so you didn't trim, but you did a re-entry. Okay, that's good. Could essentially be the same thing, so that's good. It looks like they did go down to that next level underneath. Good job if anybody did get trapped in that somehow. Looks like that next level that is under today's open at 471.60, which, remember, I believe this is a bigger time frame level or it's a halfway point. I can't remember, but either way, it's a pretty big level. Very nice, very nice. I'm liking this 1 minute setup a lot more, using the 5, using the 15, to kind of get me something going, to get me some sort of signal here, and then I go down to the 1 minute, and that's where I'm going to start to draw my trades from, so. And you're very well aware of this if you're someone who's made it through my live trade series, or my SPX movie, or my SPX playlist. But very nice. Good job, peoples. Round of applause catching the 15-minute inside bar before the breakdown occurred. Good job, everybody who dropped updates on what levels were underneath. Great job talking about the different updates on how we did have a lower open. We talked about what importance could happen if buyers held the 471.60s. We talked about what happens if we get to 473s. Talked about the break of structure. I'm really happy for everybody here today because there was a lot of really good breakdowns. But not just me, but by everybody. Everybody did really well doing a job telling the story of the charts today so far. No problem, Jay. Always love seeing you do good, man. Keep it up, though. Let's not let anything get ahead of us. Let's not let go of anything. Let's keep it up. Let's keep the pressure on. Let's keep the foot on the gas. Let's not let up. Let's not let up at all. Not for a single second, Jay. Not for a single emotion, not for a single person, not for anything. Unless God himself reaches down upon you and says, stop trading, I don't want to see you let up. Oh, my chart switched over. I was like, what the hell was that? I thought there was a big gap down that just happened. They didn't even make it to the halfway point from the overnight gap either. That just shows how much strength Bears have today. Didn't even get up to the level again. Just stick to the plan, exactly. 6 days in a row, Jay. Try to keep that out of your head, too. I know we're doing it for accomplishments and accolades and stuff, but it's good to not think about it. Like, genuinely, I want to see you go on, like, a 60-day streak. That'd be sick. Just doing the same setups. And, hey, if tomorrow, Jay, if tomorrow doesn't provide a setup or if something just doesn't stick out to you, fuck it. Don't even trade. What's the point, right? Because we're snipers. We're not here to shotgun at every single thing that's moving. Keep it up. Daffy says, trap them all at 1 p.m. We rock it back up. Definitely could. If no new low is made under here, you could get an end-of-day trap that sends it back up. Like today, you just waited. Good stuff, man. I mean, yeah, look at that. When was our trade opportunity? Wow. Yeah, like 2.5 hours into the day, Jay. That's crazy. Overall, I really don't like the chart. That's what Mel said. All right, guys, that's my breakdown of today's price action. Let's do one more look at the bigger time frame, and then I'm going to move on. King Carnage. So, if you guys have been part of my chat, part of the YouTube membership, part of Discord, anything, I posted a weekly watch list that talked about our main trigger level for possibly seeing sellers step back in, because we were left with a kind of a confusing end to our week last week. We were left with 2 bullish hammers above support, but also just under all-time high supply, the top of it at least, the actual all-time high at 480 just about. We ended up getting a lower open in a very indecisive candle under our trigger level. Now, this is what got us short, but that doesn't mean we just enter shorts and hold it forever. We don't do that here. We trade off of triggers, so we react. What gave us this trigger is the close under it, and then today we got another lower open. So we got 2 of essentially the same candle back to back, and all they did was just leave all-time high supply. We knew that this was going to happen because what is going to happen, guys? Before they make a new all-time high or before they break down, what are they not going to do? Can anybody remember my word that I was choosing the other day? What are they not going to do? Regardless of direction, what are they not going to do? And when I say they, I mean big money. I mean the market itself. What are they not going to do? To make a new all-time high or to make a fresh low, what are they not going to do? Anybody have the answer? Exactly. Great answer, Jack. Great answer, Garden Trader. They are not going to make it obvious. So they're not going to do it the first time. They're not going to give us one bearish candlestick pattern and then one close under, as much as you and me would love to see that. They're not going to give us one clean break. And what is the time in history that we can kind of, compare to this? Back here, when we were rejecting 460s initially, we got up here with the bearish kicker, grinded up. Bearish engulfing, grinded up. Bearish kicker. Finally broke structure. Then we broke down. Then we got our retest and pushed away. Then we made our move lower, right? So they're not going to just hit this level and come back down. They're going to give us a couple bearish patterns, a couple bullish patterns here. They're going to make it not obvious. Then we'll get our break of structure, or we will get our continuation. That is one of 2 scenarios that we have in front of us. But look how many days, too. In my past example, this only took, we'll count from the day they entered to the day they exited. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, exited on the 12th, right? We've already beaten that record. Entered this on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 days in a row, we're still in this area where they're not going to make it obvious. Why is it so much more important here? Because we're at the all-time high. Everyone is looking at this. It is so easy to open up any kind of chart and see that we're at all-time highs on SPY. So they're not going to make it obvious. So what do we need to see? We already have selling pressure here. We understand that. We already have buying pressure here. We understand that. So until we get a break of structure in either way, or an actual retest over or under, we don't know what direction we're going in. So for now, we're going to trade with the information we do understand between these two areas, between demand and between the all-time high supply. So that's what our focus is moving forward over the next couple weeks, most likely, as we enter earnings season. But guys, thank you so much for answering correctly, incorrectly, regardless of how you answered. I'm just happy to see you guys throwing some answers out there and trying to try and just engage. Seriously, the interaction is going to help you a ton. But I want to see more of you in Discord. I want to see more of you posting pre-market game plans or game plans before you're taking your trades, regardless of what time of the day is. I want to see more of you in the chat posting your trade reviews, holding each other accountable, making sure you're sticking to your routine, making sure, hey, are you up today? Did you sleep in? What are you doing? You know, get on each other. But I'll see you guys later on. Thank you guys again for an amazing stream. We got a lot of breakdowns. We took a live trade together, did all kinds of cool stuff. Talked about the Discord, all kinds of cool videos people can look into. And I hope you guys all have a great... Sorry, I was reading something. I hope you all have a great rest of your Wednesday. Tomorrow, Thursday, I will be on here. And I'll let you guys know if I bring in the speaker or not. I got to talk to him again. But I'll let y'all know. Either way, I'll be here. I'll see you guys later on. Have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you in the Discord. Love you all.